I have promised I'm going to lean in full force on trying to make this drama stop, and she just won't stop. So I'm going to continue to expose her lies until she leaves my name out of her mouth and moves on with her life. I can hear Athena playing.
Guys, let's advise this man, guys. Don't you guys think that Justin is doing too much these days? Justin, the children are supposed to be under your custody. Please take good care of them. You are so angry. Why? Why? Huh?
So I got to leave here in 5 minutes, head to a patient. Athena's singing. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of manipulation and lies that encourages her fans to come over and harass me, and we're just going to point it out. So she's moved over to YouTube because Facebook is too much heat for her. But this is what she had to say today on her YouTube.
You are actively exchanging people. Sometimes, occasionally, you are actively exchanging PayPal information and collecting money in exchange for your daughters.
Okay, so she's accusing me of selling pictures of my daughters in previous videos. Both her and her Nancy have accused me of selling nude videos of my daughters. If that's true, take me to court. Provide evidence. Don't just say things like that on the internet. Like, that's a very serious crime. It's a federal crime. It's federal prison time. So if you're going to make such solid accusations, come forward with proof. Don't be sitting in Hawaii and being miserable on a step, making accusations like this. These are disgusting. Like, come on. Like these are the kind of accusations that make you lose your children.
Can you imagine that?
We'll continue on.
All I want is freedom from you. From you. You make me sick. Barf. I just want freedom.
Okay, so she wants freedom from me. So that if she wanted freedom from me, she wouldn't spend the last 2 years on a smear campaign constantly calling my name to drum up views and attention, including writing a book where she claimed I beat her up, locked her in a house for 2 weeks, and failed to mention that those 2 weeks she had to stay in her home were during COVID lockdowns. So if she really wants freedom from me, keep my fucking name out of your mouth and stop talking about me on the internet to generate money and sympathy and stars, and just move on with your life. You don't talk about me, I won't have to talk about you. But after all of this shit is getting too far, and I'm pissed off, and I'm going to start standing up and start telling the truth. So let's continue on, shall we?
That's all I want. I want a life rid of you.
Then
do what you're supposed to do.
Then stop talking about me.
I have the right to take them to Nigeria for 2 weeks in a year. Sign the passport.
Okay, let's talk about the passport. No, I didn't sign the passport. Why? Because we were currently under CPS jurisdiction, and neither one of us could take the kids out of LA County, let alone to another country. So she couldn't have gone to Nigeria if she wanted to. But she won't tell you the truth, because I must be the villain. Okay? Next.
Get out of my way. Stop trying to demonetize my page. Move on with your psychopathic, narcissistic life. Find a new victim. Leave me alone. I'm no longer your little victim.
No longer my little victim. Leave me alone. I have actively been pursuing co-parenting in peace for a long time. For 2 freaking years. And she's claiming to be a victim when she's been online harassing me for 2 years. She doesn't want to move on. The title of the video is We Move. She's not moving anywhere. She's staying in the past on her own deception of herself, trying to convince herself that she's some sort of victim. All she needs to do is shut her fucking mouth and move on and stop harassing the father of her children. But she won't do that because she can't maintain the viewership and the attention without doing so. So if she wants to be free of me, stop saying my name and spreading lies about me. In this same video, she talks about an ex-convict in my home taking nude photos. I have seen zero evidence of any nude photos. I've talked to the FBI and they said there's no nude photos, but they had to call me because a report was made, and she's not an ex-convict. When I said the things are photoshopped, the Photoshop a picture in her in an orange jumpsuit, that shit was photoshopped. Or AI or whatever. She has no criminal record to my knowledge. So, and if she was so concerned about this, why did she put a restraining order on the person and then not show up to the court date? If anything she's saying is true, she would take appropriate action. But she hasn't. She puts a restraining order on for social media. Look at me, I'm such a good mother, I'm protecting my kids, and then fails to show up to the court date. So, like, this is just emotional manipulation. This is just spreading lies and trying to garner sympathy and support because poor me, I'm a mother. And it's just not true. If she wanted me to stop talking about her, she shouldn't have harassed me for 2 years and tried to destroy my livelihood, which is how I support our children when they're with me. So, this is hypocritical. If you want to be free of me, leave me alone. Tell your sister to shut her lying mouth. Your days of building your brands off of destroying me is done. I will continue to point out all your manipulation tactics for the world to see until you shut your mouth. See you later.